Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Representative Cory Maloy, representing House District 6 in Lehigh and Saratoga Springs. I just wanted to say hello to everybody before the session begins. Begins Monday, the 22nd, and can't believe it's already upon us again. It seems like we just completed this last session in 2017. But wanted to give you a recap of the things that I'm working on. I've been working on for a few months now. Have some really good bills, and planning to support a lot of other initiatives that other legislators are working on. To get started with, I'm going to be doing the audio bill for first responders again. It didn't quite make it to the floor of the Senate last year. It was third in line before the session ended at midnight. So I was a little disappointed in that, but we're running it again. It's a great bill. Emergency Personnel Recording Amendments, HB 56. I'm also going to be running the HB 129, which is self-defense amendments. This was the one that was a little bit controversial last year, and to me it's not controversial, it just makes total sense, but this will allow people who find themselves in court where they've exercised their right to self-defense and will not be able to be asked questions regarding why they didn't retreat. So another great bill. HB 144 is driver's license suspension amendments. This is another great bill. This will stop the practice of taking away someone's driver's license when they have been arrested or held up or charged with drug use or having drug paraphernalia on their persons. Your driver's license should only be suspended if you break the law while operating a vehicle. And so this will allow people who are not operating a vehicle to keep their driver's license so they can continue to use their license to get to work, to do the things that they need to do to live their lives, and to hopefully overcome some of the bad habits associated with drug use. HB 173, Occupational Licensing and Requirement Amendments. This is a great bill. There's going to be several occupational license bills going through this year, and this is going to be one of them, and this is going to make it easier for people who move in to state who have years of experience doing a particular profession and are licensed in other states, instead of them having to come to Utah and go through all of the education and the costs associated to get licensed here in this state. It'll make it a lot easier for them to transfer or obtain their license here in Utah where they already have one in another state. I'm also working on an HOA bill. This bill will make it easier for homeowners, whether it's condos or lot owners, in an HOA to become more involved on their HOA boards at an earlier period of time than is particularly allowed now. Another one is Peace Officer Certification Amendments. This is going to allow peace officers who are working in the capacity of their responsibilities while they are on duty to make an arrest and have it stick, just like a law enforcement officer. And this is an important bill because there's been cases where like a constable has arrested someone legitimately, but because of a technicality, because they're technically not a law enforcement officer, the bad guy was able to get away. So this will just make it so that peace officers will be able to have that ability to make an arrest and have it stick just as much as a law enforcement officer. So those are some of the bills that I'm working on. Some of the things that you're going to want to watch out for, or watch for during this legislative session, is definitely tax reform. The federal tax reform is going to have an effect. I think mostly it's going to have a positive effect on Utah citizens. And what we're going to be doing is making sure that the state tax code falls in line with that. The federal tax reform will affect how we do taxes here in Utah. Again, mostly positive things, but there are some areas that we want to watch very carefully so that we don't increase any tax burden on our citizens here in Utah. And obviously other topics, freeways and transportation is going to be big. Water is going to be a big one, especially since we're having such a dry winter this year. Marijuana is probably going to come up again. So these are all some of the topics. I'd love to hear the things that you would like me to follow as your representative. And please feel free to give me a call anytime. You can find all my contact information at corymaloy.com. And please feel free to call me, email me, text me, follow me on Facebook. I'm not a big tweeter. I'm not a very good tweeter, let's put it that way. But I'm trying to do better. So you can watch me on my Twitter page as well. Also, with this email, there are a couple of questions. I'd love to ask a few questions of everybody just to kind of keep my finger on the pulse of the district. And so please feel free to answer those questions. It'll just go to a website where you can do a 2-question survey, and it'll be good information for me to have from all of you. So everyone, take care. I'm so grateful to be your representative. It's humbling, it's enjoyable, it's a lot of work, but I really enjoy it, and it's just such an honor to represent each of you. So take care of your families, do good, and feel free to give me a call anytime. I look forward to speaking with you. And we'll talk to you again next week.